Hello everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ashley Bradley, for those of you that don't know me, and I've been coming to you every day this week with a series about something, whether it's anxiety, depression, ways to eat healthier or be healthier or stick to being healthier. And today I want to talk to you about how to stop overeating in the evenings. Excuse me. So if you're coming in live, drop a 1 below. If you're catching the replay, drop a 2 below. Say hello, share where you're coming in from. I am in a little town in North Carolina, in the middle of the country, and so I'm trying to just bring you value every single day to help you get through what it is that's stopping you from getting to your health goals, right? I will say I am a binge eater. I tend to be really good during the day, and I find myself in the evenings ravaging the cabinets. So before we get started, if you can tap that share button, drop a comment below. It does help Facebook say, hey, I like her content. I would like to see more of it. So make sure that you show some love in the comments, tap the share button, so that way you'll keep seeing my posts. So managing eating during the day is super easy for a lot of people because we're busy at work, we are doing Zooms, we're homeschooling, or whatever the case may be. So your mind is constantly going. So at the end of the day, we find ourselves sitting on the sofa and we have a bag of chips in our hand, or we have some donuts or a snack of some sort, right? My hair is just on it today, okay? So I find myself being really good because I personally like to fast from about 7 or 8 p.m. I've been aiming for 6 or 7 lately because I find that I've been having, like, I don't know if it's my gallbladder or if it is my what do you call it, like an ulcer or what, but I find that I am having like a fullness, like I feel sick because I've ate too late. And so I've found that I've tried to stop eating at like 6 unless it's something like some fruit, like some cantaloupe or something that's easy, quick to digest. So I will have a snack like that maybe after 6, but I try not to eat an actual meal after 6. So I want you to start with awareness, and you want to start looking at your patterns and see, is this a habit that you're doing good during the day and then you're ravaging the cabinets at night or in the evenings when you get home? Some people start to associate food with winding down for the day, like, oh, I'm able to chill out and relax, I've been busy all day, let me grab this snack and sit on the couch. So what if you were to explore different options and try to switch out like salty chips for nuts, for an example? And you still want to have everything in moderation because some things, can add up the calories, right? Then I want you to look at, is food like your number one pleasure? Does it happen like when you're overwhelmed, stressed out? Make your self care bucket overflow, whether it's a cup of tea or a walk or a pedi or a manicure or your hair. Start trying to do those things in the evenings to take your mind off of eating, because a lot of times we eat or because we are dehydrated, we eat because we're bored, or we just eat out of habit and don't even realize it. Like, isn't that crazy? We sit and we just eat just because it's like a habit. Like, let me grab these chips or let me grab these drinks. I'm so sorry if you're commenting. I'm not seeing it for some reason on my phone lately. Facebook has not been allowing me to see my comments. So if you're commenting, I'm not ignoring you. I will look at the comments once I get off this live and show you some love. And thank you so much for being here. So make sure that you drop some love in the comments. Tap the share button. If you're inside of our community watching this, make sure that you tag a couple friends or invite your friends to our community group and tag them in some videos and things like that. Because like I said, I've done a depression, I've done anxiety, I've done a couple of different things. I'm going to try to come to you like at least Monday through Friday and give you something like this to help you on your journey. So next, I want you to think about, are you being too restrictive during the day? Because I know I would find myself being so restrictive during the day, and then it would make my meals more my meals I want to eat more because I felt like I was so hungry and I was starving that I would be like, oh, I want to eat all of this. So for instance, like last night, I wanted Chinese food. I had not had Chinese food in a while. I get the sesame chicken with the fried rice, okay? Normally, I eat the whole thing as I'm sitting there. I will eat the whole sesame chicken with, I got a piece of skin right there. That looks so weird in the camera. Sorry. So I normally would eat the whole sesame chicken dinner, like literally the whole thing. So last night I was like, you know what, Ashley, we're not going to feel bad tonight. We're not going to have no stomach ache tonight. We're not going to feel guilty tonight after eating XYZ. So what I did is I took out like 4 or 5 pieces of the chicken itself, and then I scooped out about a cup of the rice. And then I had that, and that I did not feel guilty for eating that. My scale was up 1.5 pounds. And you know why? Because because of the sodium in it. I know my body is retaining water, so I have to flush that out. I didn't gain 1.5 pounds overnight. It's just now because I had that sodium-filled food, I'm holding on to more water. So I know I have to flush that out of my system in order to get back down to where I was, right? Also think of your meals as an art. Are your meals boring or are they satisfying? Because if they're boring, you're going to want to search for something that is more appeasing, right? So try to make sure that you're make your meals like pretty. So you want to eat them, right? And you want use colorful things like peppers and, just think of like different colors to use inside of your food to make them more appeasing. So when you are too restrictive during the day, it does cause rebounding at night. So try to make sure that you're eating just a little bit at least, even if you're not like starving. Have like a snack, like a stick of cheese or some yogurt or something like that. So that way you're not like ravaging the cabinets at night, right? So if you want a certain item in moderation, it's okay. Try to do those carb things that you're like, oh, I gotta have it. Try to do them in the earlier part of the day. And that way you have time to like burn it off, right? So next is I want you to sit down and enjoy every bite of your food. Slow down, chew your food, think about it as you're biting it. What are you tasting? Are you make love to your palate, right? And next is blood sugar roller coaster. If you're indulging in sweets throughout the day, it's going to cause you to have cravings for more. I always say, if you eat sugar, you're going to crave sugar. If you eat carbs, you're going to crave carbs. So make sure that you are actually going to limit them. So I used to be like, oh, I want a Hershey bar. So instead I would get a mini Hershey bar and I wouldn't feel guilty about it because it was something sweet. So don't ban the things that you love, but just be wise about them and eat all the food groups in a balance of protein, because it's slow release carbs and veggies are going to be great to ensure that you're staying full longer throughout the day. And then slow release carbs are going to keep you having that energy that you need, because carbs are an energy source, right? So try to aim for complex carbs versus the crappy carbs, right? And then think about it. Are you using your overeating as an emotional coping? Because when you realize, are you being hungry versus are you eating because you're hungry, or are you eating for a craving or an emotional reason? So when I sit down and I'm going through this phase of where I'm binge eating or something, I ask myself, am I lonely? Am I overwhelmed? Because that's going to cause me to want to, overeat or eat when I'm not hungry. And then how are you coping with your stress? Are you using food to cope with your stress? Or are you going to use exercise to cope with your stress? Are you going to use journaling, coloring, whatever the case may be? Try to find something besides food to cope with your stress. And ask yourself, what purpose is this food and do I really need it? Drink a glass of water. If you think you're hungry, drink a glass of water. And then if you're still hungry, that means that you're hungry, that you're not dehydrated. So if you drink that glass of water and you're not hungry afterwards, that means that you weren't actually hungry. That means that you were dehydrated. So be patient patient, be kind to yourself. Know that it takes time, know that it takes baby steps, and know that you're going to get through whatever it is. Just show yourself grace and never give up, because that's the only way that you fail, is if you give up, right? So I hope y'all have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just know that, don't forget, tap the share button if it shows, and then if you're inside the group, tag some friends, show some love in the comments, and that way Facebook will allow you to see more of my content. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye.